Have you ever paused for a moment, looked around and realized there's no one left to call? No morning messages from a close friend, no unexpected check-ins just to say, "I was thinking of you." No one to share the little stories, the private jokes, the silence that feels like company. It's not just the quiet of your house, it's the quiet of your heart. And that quiet can feel deafening. Today, my modern and unstoppable seniors, we're stepping into one of the most tender and rarely spoken truths of aging. What happens when older women lose their friendships, and how to find happiness, even in solitude. This isn't about pity, it's about power. Because being alone doesn't mean being broken, and being happy alone, that's a skill, a strength, and sometimes a second chance. You'll meet someone special in this story. Marjorie, 73, who discovered something life-changing after years of silent mornings and empty afternoons. We'll talk about why friendships fade after 60, why society often overlooks the emotional lives of older women, and how science proves that emotional connection isn't optional. It's vital. But most importantly, we'll talk about hope, and how you, yes you, can create a life filled with joy, connection, and self-love. Even if you have no close friends, right now, stay with me until the end, because this may not just change your perspective, it could very well change your life. And if you've ever felt invisible, forgotten, or just tired of pretending you're okay, please know here on Wellness for Modern Seniors, you are seen, you are valued, and you are never truly alone. Drop a comment. Have you ever felt this kind of loneliness? Or have you found unexpected joy in solitude or late-life connections? Your story might help someone else feel seen today. Section 1. The Hidden Loss. No one prepares you for. We prepare older adults for a lot. We talk about retirement savings, arthritis, bifocals, and bad knees. But almost no one prepares us for the emotional shift that happens when our friendships start to vanish. It's not a sudden goodbye. It's a slow fade. Your kids grow up and move away. Old neighbors sell their homes. The friends who used to stop by now only send the occasional Christmas card, if that. Some loved ones pass on. Others grow distant, busy, or simply vanish into new routines. And slowly the phone rings less. Invitations stop coming. And you go from being surrounded to being unseen. Let's go back to Marjorie. After retiring from her teaching job, she moved closer to her daughter's family. New house, peaceful neighborhood, more time to relax. But a strange thing happened. She found herself sitting alone at the kitchen table every morning, staring at her phone, wondering who she could talk to, who she could really open up to, and the truth? She couldn't think of a single name, not because she did anything wrong, but because life quietly rearranges our connections while we're busy doing everything else. And this is one of the hardest, least talked about parts of growing older. Not the aches, not the wrinkles, but the emotional silence that creeps in when we least expect it. Cut to narration, personal and reflective. Some people say, "Oh, but you have family, grandkids, hobbies. Isn't that enough?" But here's what they don't get. Those things are beautiful, but they don't replace a deep, soul-anchoring friendship. The kind where someone just gets you, where you laugh over nonsense, cry over tea, and feel completely yourself. My modern and unstoppable seniors, I want to say something very clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. If you've lost touch with friends, if you feel left behind, if you sometimes dread the long hours of the day, it doesn't mean you've failed. It means you've lived. And life, especially later life, comes with these emotional growing pains no one warned us about. But here's the thing. Loneliness is not a life sentence, and being happy alone doesn't mean giving up on connection. It means learning how to reconnect with yourself first. In the next part of this video, we'll look at the surprising science behind how loneliness affects your health, and why, Addressing it is just as important as managing your blood pressure or your bones, because you deserve more than just getting by. You deserve joy, energy, and that spark of life, whether you have a circle of friends or just your own sweet company. So keep watching, because your next chapter, it could be the most liberating one yet. My modern and unstoppable seniors. Let's get real about something most people avoid talking about. Loneliness isn't just sad. It's not just an emotion we can shrug off like a rainy day. It's biological, it's chemical, and it affects our health in ways most of us were never taught. In fact, researchers from the World Health Organization and major universities now call loneliness a public health crisis, especially for older adults. Let that sink in. Being lonely can be just as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It's linked to higher risks of dementia, heart disease, depression, and even early death. Why? Because humans are wired for connection. It's part of our survival. Even in our later years, when society tries to tell us we're past our prime, our brains are still searching for warmth, understanding, and emotional safety. And when we don't get that, stress hormones stay high, sleep suffers, immune systems weaken. The body begins to feel like it's under attack, even when it's not. Now, back to Marjorie. After months of silent days, her sleep became restless. Her energy plummeted. Her usual, cheerful spirit began to fade. She started missing meals, not out of forgetfulness, but out of disinterest. Why cook for one? Why bother dressing up? She told herself, this is just aging. But it wasn't just that. It was disconnection, and it was slowly draining her life force. Maybe you've felt something similar? That fog that settles in when the days blur together, when no one asks how you're really doing. When you realize it's been weeks, maybe months, since someone hugged you with real meaning. It's okay to admit it. There's no shame here, only truth, because healing starts with honesty. And here's what the science says. Even just one positive emotional connection, one real moment of joy, laughter, or companionship can begin to reverse those negative health effects. But what if that connection is with yourself? Section 3. The secret joy of becoming your own best friend. This is where things get exciting, my unstoppable seniors, because once Marjorie realized she couldn't depend on old friendships to lift her up anymore, she made a bold decision. She decided to stop waiting, to stop hoping someone would call, to stop expecting others to fill her cup. Instead, she started building something new, from the inside out. First, she made a morning ritual. She'd wake up, make her tea, and write herself a letter every single day. Sometimes short, sometimes silly, but always loving. She began talking to herself with the gentleness she used to give to her best friends. She reminded herself of her strengths, her little victories, her resilience. She took herself on mini dates. A slow walk through the park, a trip to the farmer's market just to smell the flowers, a coffee at her favorite bakery with a book in hand and no apology for being alone, and something strange happened. The loneliness didn't go away overnight, but it got quieter, lighter, less sharp. She realized that joy wasn't something that had to be handed to her. It was something she could plant and grow. This is what I want you to know. You can be your own best companion. You can build a beautiful life, not in spite of being alone, but through it. Engagement prompt, speaking directly to viewers. Pause for a moment right now, my modern and unstoppable seniors. What's something kind you could say to yourself today? Try it. Right now, quietly or aloud. I'm proud of how far I've come. I am worthy of love and peace. I still matter. You may feel silly at first, but trust me, this is not fluff. This is neuroscience. Self-compassion literally rewires the brain, improving mood, memory, and even how your body heals. And here's the best part. Once you start becoming your own best friend, you'll attract new kinds of energy, new people, new possibilities, but we'll get to that in the next part, where I'll show you the unexpected places where older women are building powerful new friendships today, and how you can do it too, even from your living room. So stay right here, because you are stronger than you think, and your happiest chapter may still be ahead. My modern and unstoppable seniors, if you've been telling yourself, it's too late to make new friends, or no one's looking to connect at my age, then listen closely, because that's just not true. In fact, some of the deepest, most fulfilling relationships begin after 60. Why? Because at this stage, you're not chasing status, you're not competing, you're not wearing masks to impress anyone, you're craving real connection, honest, soul-nourishing connection with people who see you for who you are now, not who you used to be. And the beautiful part is there are millions of older women out there who are feeling just like you, waiting, hoping, wondering if they'll ever feel truly seen again. But here's the twist. They're not going to knock on your door. You have to open the door first. Let's go back to Marjorie. After learning to enjoy her own company, she decided to try something bold. She joined an online book group, one for women over 60. At first, it felt awkward. Everyone was a stranger. But by the second week, she found herself laughing with a woman in Canada about a character they both loved. By the fourth week, they were emailing back and forth, sharing recipes and stories from their childhoods. Was it traditional friendship? Maybe not. But it was connection, it was comfort, and it was real. Now, here's where you come in. Let me give you some simple places to begin. Local senior centers or wellness hubs often have hobby groups, gardening, painting, memoir writing, you name it. Libraries often run free workshops or morning socials. Churches, temples, or community spiritual groups are powerful places for gentle, kind-hearted connection. Facebook groups for older women or solo living seniors are filled with daily conversation, virtual events, and even pen pal exchanges. Apps like Meetup, Stitch, or Hey Vina are designed for making platonic connections. Even if you're not tech-savvy, they're worth trying. You don't have to bare your soul on day one. Just show up. Smile. Comment on someone's scarf or their laugh or their story. Most people are just waiting for someone else to go first. Section 5. Building a life that doesn't rely on other people. And now, my unstoppable seniors. Here's the final, most empowering truth. You don't need anyone else to live a rich, meaningful life. Yes, we all crave connection, but the happiest older women I've met have this one thing in common. They don't make their joy dependent on someone else's presence. They wake up and ask, what would bring me peace today? Where can I feel proud of myself today? What beauty can I notice in this moment, even if I'm alone? Marjorie now starts her day with music, soft jazz while she makes oatmeal. She puts on earrings even if she's not going anywhere. She smiles at her reflection and says, "You're still here, and that matters. And you? You can do that too. Maybe it starts with a 5-minute walk, or learning a new skill, painting, tai chi, even smartphone photography. Maybe it's trying that YouTube yoga class for seniors. Yes, they exist. Or finally writing the story of your life just for you. You have more wisdom in your pinky finger than most people gain in a lifetime. You've survived heartbreak, change, grief, and growth. And now you get to choose. What do you want the rest of your life to feel like? Not what it should look like, not what others expect, but what truly feels right for you. Final words. You are enough, just as you are. Let me leave you with this, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Being alone is not a failure. It's not a punishment. It's not a sentence to sadness. It's a space, a sacred space, where you can finally become the person you were too busy to meet all those years ago. Yourself. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are worthy of laughter, of softness, of adventure, of calm. Whether your days are quiet or full, you matter. You are loved. By yourself, by the world, and by this community we're building right here, on wellness for modern seniors. And if no one's told you this in a while, I am proud of you. I see you. And you're doing better than you think. Now go be kind to yourself today. And if this message touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who might need it too. And hit subscribe, because this journey of wisdom and wellness, we're just getting started.